In this video, we delve into the intricate philosophy of happiness and self-control, exploring how these two concepts intertwine to shape our lives. Happiness is often perceived as a fleeting emotion, yet it encompasses a deeper state of being that can be cultivated through intentional practices and self-awareness. Self-control, on the other hand, serves as the foundation for achieving lasting happiness, allowing us to navigate our impulses and make choices aligned with our values and long-term goals. Throughout our discussion, we will examine the key principles that underpin these ideas, encouraging you to reflect on your own experiences and the ways in which your thoughts and emotions influence your pursuit of happiness. As we embark on this journey, we invite you to engage in a thoughtful exploration of your mind, considering how understanding your emotional landscape can lead to greater fulfillment. By recognizing the interplay between happiness and self-control, we can gain valuable insights into our behaviors and motivations, ultimately empowering us to make more conscious decisions that enhance our well-being. This reflective and insightful approach aims to inspire you to think deeply about your life, prompting you to ask critical questions about what truly brings you joy and how you can cultivate a sense of balance and purpose. Join us as we uncover the profound connections between these concepts and discover how mastering self-control can pave the way to a more meaningful and satisfying existence. In our exploration of happiness, it becomes increasingly clear that it is not merely a byproduct of external circumstances, but rather a profound state of mind that we can cultivate from within. Happiness is often mistakenly equated with material success, social status, or fleeting pleasures, yet these external factors can be transient and unreliable. Instead, true happiness emerges from our perceptions, thoughts, and the way we choose to interpret our experiences. This internal perspective shifts the focus from seeking happiness in the outside world to nurturing it within ourselves. Our thoughts play a pivotal role in shaping our emotional landscape. They can either uplift us or drag us down. By consciously choosing to foster positive thoughts and attitudes, we can create a more resilient and enduring sense of happiness. Moreover, the importance of living in the present moment cannot be overstated when it comes to achieving true happiness. Often, we find ourselves caught in the web of past regrets or future anxieties, which can cloud our ability to appreciate the beauty of the present. Mindfulness practices encourage us to anchor ourselves in the here and now, allowing us to fully experience life as it unfolds. When we immerse ourselves in the present, we become more attuned to the simple joys that surround us, whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one, or the satisfaction of a job well done. By embracing the present moment, we can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude and contentment, which are essential components of lasting happiness. As we reflect on our own definitions of happiness, it's crucial to recognize that this concept is deeply personal and can vary significantly from one individual to another. What brings joy to one person may not resonate with another, and that's perfectly okay. This diversity in our definitions of happiness invites us to explore what truly matters to us. Are we seeking fulfillment through relationships, personal achievements, creative expression, or perhaps through acts of kindness? By taking the time to reflect on our values and passions, we can begin to identify the sources of happiness that resonate with our authentic selves. Cultivating happiness is an ongoing journey that requires intention and practice. It involves not only recognizing the thoughts and beliefs that shape our emotional state, but also actively working to shift them when they become negative or limiting. Techniques such as gratitude journaling, positive affirmations, and mindfulness meditation can be powerful tools in this process. They help us to reframe our perspectives, allowing us to focus on the abundance in our lives rather than what we lack. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, whether through supportive relationships, uplifting media, or inspiring environments, can significantly enhance our capacity for happiness. The people we interact with and the content we consume can either elevate our spirits or contribute to feelings of discontent. By consciously curating our surroundings, we can create a more conducive atmosphere for happiness to flourish. It's also essential to acknowledge that the pursuit of happiness is not about achieving a constant state of bliss. Life is inherently filled with ups and downs, and experiencing a range of emotions is a natural part of the human experience. Embracing this reality allows us to appreciate the moments of joy even more deeply as we recognize them in contrast to the challenges we face. Rather than striving for an unrealistic ideal of perpetual happiness, we can aim for a balanced emotional life that includes acceptance of both the highs and lows. In this journey, self-compassion plays a vital role. Being kind to ourselves during difficult times fosters resilience and encourages us to approach our struggles with a sense of understanding rather than judgment. When we treat ourselves with compassion, we create a safe space for growth and healing, which ultimately contributes to our overall happiness. As we conclude this discussion, we encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own relationship with happiness. What does happiness mean to you? How do your thoughts and perceptions influence your emotional state? Are there practices you can incorporate into your daily life to cultivate a deeper sense of joy? By engaging in this reflective process, you can begin to uncover the unique pathways to happiness that resonate with your individual journey. Remember, happiness is not a destination, but a way of being. It is a state of mind that can be nurtured through intentional choices and a commitment to living authentically. By focusing on the present moment, embracing our inner thoughts, and cultivating a compassionate relationship with ourselves, we can unlock the door to a more fulfilling and joyful existence. Let this exploration inspire you to embark on your own journey toward happiness, one that is rich with self-discovery and personal growth. Emotional control is a vital concept that plays a significant role in achieving a peaceful and fulfilling life. It refers to our ability to manage our emotional responses to various external events and situations. Often, we find ourselves reacting instinctively to circumstances, allowing our emotions to dictate our actions and decisions. However, it is essential to recognize that our reactions to these external events can profoundly shape our emotional well-being. When we allow our emotions to run unchecked, we may experience heightened stress, anxiety, and conflict, which can disrupt our inner peace. Conversely, when we cultivate emotional control, we empower ourselves to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, leading to a more balanced and harmonious existence. The significance of emotional control lies in its ability to influence our overall quality of life. Our emotional responses can either enhance our experiences or detract from them. For instance, consider a situation where we face criticism at work. An immediate emotional reaction might lead to defensiveness or anger, potentially escalating the situation and creating further stress. However, if we practice emotional control, we can take a step back, assess the situation, and respond with composure. This thoughtful response not only preserves our peace of mind, but also fosters healthier interactions with others. By managing our emotions effectively, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. Central to the practice of emotional control is self-awareness. Self-awareness involves recognizing and understanding our emotions, triggers, and patterns of behavior. It is the foundation upon which we can build our emotional intelligence, allowing us to identify how we feel in response to various situations. When we are self-aware, we can observe our emotional reactions without judgment, creating space for reflection and understanding. This awareness enables us to discern whether our responses are appropriate or if they stem from deeper issues that need addressing. By cultivating self-awareness, we can gain insight into our emotional landscape, empowering us to make conscious choices about how we respond to external events. To enhance emotional control in our daily lives, there are several practical tips that can be beneficial. First and foremost, practicing mindfulness can be a powerful tool. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present and fully engage with our thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. By incorporating mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing or meditation, we can create a sense of calm that allows us to respond to situations with clarity rather than reactivity. Taking a few moments to breathe deeply and center ourselves can help us regain composure in emotionally charged situations. Another effective strategy is to develop a pause and reflect habit. When faced with a challenging situation, instead of reacting immediately, we can take a moment to pause and reflect on our feelings. This brief pause allows us to assess the situation objectively and consider the most constructive response. By implementing this practice, we can break the cycle of impulsive reactions and cultivate a more thoughtful approach to our emotions. Journaling is also a valuable tool for enhancing emotional control. Writing down our thoughts and feelings can provide clarity and insight into our emotional responses. It allows us to process our emotions and identify patterns in our reactions. By regularly journaling, we can track our emotional triggers and develop strategies to manage them more effectively. This practice not only promotes self-awareness, but also serves as a therapeutic outlet for expressing our emotions. Additionally, seeking support from trusted friends or professionals can be instrumental in managing our emotions. Sharing our experiences and feelings with others can provide perspective and validation. Sometimes, simply talking about our emotions can help us gain clarity and reduce their intensity. Whether through informal conversations or therapy sessions, having a support system can enhance our emotional resilience and provide us with valuable coping strategies. Setting healthy boundaries is another crucial aspect of emotional control. Often, we may find ourselves overwhelmed by the demands of others or by situations that drain our emotional energy. By establishing clear boundaries, we can protect our emotional well-being and create space for self-care. This might involve saying no to commitments that do not align with our values, or prioritizing time for activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. By honoring our boundaries, we empower ourselves to maintain emotional balance and peace. Furthermore, practicing gratitude can significantly enhance our emotional well-being. Focusing on the positive aspects of our lives can shift our perspective and foster a sense of contentment. By regularly acknowledging the things we are grateful for, we can cultivate a more positive emotional state, which can buffer against stress and negativity. This practice encourages us to appreciate the present moment and find joy in the little things, contributing to a more peaceful life. Lastly, it is essential to remember that emotional control is a skill that requires practice and patience. It is normal to experience a range of emotions, and there will be times when we may struggle to maintain control. Instead of being hard on ourselves during these moments, we can approach our emotional journey with compassion and understanding. Acknowledging that emotional control is a continuous process allows us to embrace our growth and learn from our experiences. In conclusion, exploring the concept of emotional control reveals its profound significance in achieving a peaceful life. By recognizing how our reactions to external events shape our emotional well-being, we can take proactive steps to manage our responses. Cultivating self-awareness is key to understanding our emotions and triggers, enabling us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Through practical strategies such as mindfulness, journaling, seeking support, setting boundaries, and practicing gratitude, we can enhance our emotional control and foster a greater sense of inner peace. As we embark on this journey of emotional mastery, let us remember that it is a process that requires dedication and self-compassion, ultimately leading us to a more harmonious and fulfilling existence. Expectations play a significant role in shaping our experiences and perceptions of happiness, often acting as a double-edged sword. On one hand, having certain expectations can provide us with goals and aspirations, guiding us toward what we desire in life. On the other hand, rigid expectations can lead to disappointment and dissatisfaction when reality does not align with our preconceived notions. This phenomenon, known as expectancy, can create a mental framework that limits our ability to enjoy life as it unfolds. When we cling too tightly to specific outcomes, we may find ourselves perpetually dissatisfied, unable to appreciate the present moment or the beauty of life's unpredictability. The concept of expectancy is rooted in our beliefs about how things should be. We often develop expectations based on past experiences, societal norms, or personal desires. For instance, we may expect that achieving a certain career milestone will bring us happiness, or that a relationship will fulfill all our emotional needs. However, when reality diverges from these expectations, we can experience feelings of frustration, disappointment, and even resentment. This disconnect between our expectations and reality can cloud our ability to find joy in the present, as we become fixated on what is lacking rather than appreciating what is. One of the most significant challenges posed by rigid expectations is that they can create a sense of entitlement. When we believe that we deserve certain outcomes, we may overlook the inherent unpredictability of life. This mindset can lead to a cycle of disappointment as we continuously set ourselves up for unmet expectations. For example, if we expect a particular event to be perfect, we may miss out on the spontaneous moments that make it memorable. By holding on to these rigid expectations, we inadvertently close ourselves off to the richness of life's experiences, limiting our capacity for happiness. To cultivate a more fulfilling and joyful existence, it is essential to let go of rigid expectations and embrace uncertainty. This shift in mindset allows us to approach life with an open heart and a willingness to adapt to whatever comes our way. Embracing uncertainty does not mean resigning ourselves to passivity. Rather, it involves recognizing that life is inherently unpredictable and that this unpredictability can lead to unexpected joys and opportunities. When we release our grip on specific outcomes, we create space for spontaneity and creativity, allowing us to engage more fully with the present moment. One effective strategy for letting go of rigid expectations is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness encourages us to be fully present in our experiences without judgment or attachment to specific outcomes. By cultivating mindfulness, we can learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without becoming entangled in them. This practice helps us recognize when we are holding on to expectations and allows us to gently release them. For instance, during a challenging situation, instead of fixating on how we think things should unfold, we can focus on our immediate experience, acknowledging our feelings while remaining open to whatever happens next. Another valuable approach is to reframe our expectations into intentions. While expectations can create a sense of rigidity, intentions are more flexible and adaptable. Instead of setting a fixed outcome, we can express our desires in a way that allows for growth and change. For example, rather than expecting a specific promotion at work, we can set an intention to develop our skills and contribute positively to our team. This shift in language empowers us to focus on the process rather than the outcome, fostering a sense of agency and fulfillment regardless of the results. Additionally, cultivating gratitude can significantly enhance our ability to enjoy life without the burden of expectations. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This perspective allows us to appreciate the present moment and the small joys that often go unnoticed. By regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of our lives, we can create a more optimistic outlook that diminishes the weight of unmet expectations. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we jot down things we are thankful for each day, can serve as a powerful reminder of the abundance in our lives. Engaging in self-compassion is another essential strategy for navigating the challenges posed by expectations. When we find ourselves feeling disappointed or frustrated, it is crucial to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Instead of berating ourselves for not meeting certain expectations, we can acknowledge our feelings and remind ourselves that it is okay to experience setbacks. Self-compassion allows us to embrace our imperfections and recognize that life is a journey filled with ups and downs. By cultivating a compassionate relationship with ourselves, we can alleviate the pressure of expectations and create a more nurturing environment for personal growth. Moreover, surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals can help us navigate the complexities of expectations. When we engage with people who encourage us to embrace uncertainty and celebrate our unique journeys, we create a positive feedback loop that reinforces our ability to let go of rigid expectations. Sharing our experiences and feelings with trusted friends or family members can provide perspective and validation, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. This sense of community can foster resilience and empower us to approach life with a more open mindset. Lastly, it is essential to remember that letting go of expectations is a gradual process that requires practice and patience. It is natural to have desires and aspirations, but the key lies in how we relate to them. By consciously working to release rigid expectations and embracing the fluidity of life, we can cultivate a greater sense of freedom and joy. This journey involves recognizing that happiness is not solely dependent on external circumstances, but is also rooted in our mindset and perspective. In conclusion, analyzing how expectations can hinder our ability to enjoy life reveals the profound impact they have on our emotional well-being. By understanding the concept of expectancy and its potential to lead to disappointment, we can take proactive steps to let go of rigid expectations and embrace uncertainty. Through mindfulness, reframing expectations into intentions, practicing gratitude, engaging in self-compassion, and surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals, we can learn to live more freely without the burden of expectations. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery, let us remember that true happiness lies not in the fulfillment of specific outcomes, but in our ability to appreciate the beauty of life as it unfolds. Empathy and understanding are essential components of our interactions with others, serving as the foundation for meaningful relationships and a harmonious society. In a world that often feels divided and contentious, cultivating empathy allows us to bridge gaps, connect with one another, and foster a sense of community. It encourages us to consider the perspectives and struggles of others before passing judgment, reminding us that everyone has their own unique experiences and challenges. By embracing empathy, we can create a more compassionate environment where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. When we take the time to understand the perspectives of others, we open ourselves up to a wealth of insights and experiences that can enrich our own lives. Each person we encounter carries their own story, shaped by their background, culture, and personal struggles. By actively listening and seeking to understand their viewpoints, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of human experience. This practice not only fosters connection, but also helps to dismantle stereotypes and biases that may cloud our judgment. For instance, when we encounter someone who reacts strongly to a situation, instead of immediately labeling them as overly sensitive or difficult, we can pause and consider what might be influencing their behavior. Perhaps they are dealing with personal challenges that we are unaware of, and by approaching them with empathy, we can respond in a way that is more supportive and constructive. The importance of empathy extends beyond mere understanding. It also plays a crucial role in fostering forgiveness and compassion in our relationships. Holding on to grudges or harboring resentment can create emotional barriers that hinder our ability to connect with others. However, when we practice empathy, we can begin to see the humanity in those who may have wronged us. Understanding their motivations and struggles can pave the way for forgiveness, allowing us to release negative emotions and move forward. This process not only benefits our relationships, but also contributes to our own emotional well-being. Studies have shown that individuals who practice forgiveness experience lower levels of stress and anxiety, leading to improved mental health and overall happiness. Compassion, a natural extension of empathy, further enhances our interactions with others. When we approach others with compassion, we acknowledge their suffering and respond with kindness and support. This creates a ripple effect, as acts of compassion can inspire others to do the same. For example, consider a scenario where a colleague is struggling with a heavy workload. Instead of viewing them as incompetent or lazy, we can choose to offer assistance or simply lend a listening ear. This small act of understanding can alleviate their burden and foster a sense of camaraderie, ultimately strengthening our professional relationship. In this way, empathy and compassion become powerful tools for building healthy connections and nurturing a supportive community. Understanding others can also lead to profound personal growth and happiness. When we step outside of our own experiences and immerse ourselves in the lives of others, we gain valuable insights that can challenge our assumptions and broaden our perspectives. For instance, engaging with individuals from diverse backgrounds can expose us to different cultures, beliefs, and ways of life. This exposure not only enriches our understanding of the world, but also encourages us to reflect on our own values and beliefs. As we learn from others, we may discover new passions, interests, or ways of thinking that contribute to our personal development. Moreover, empathy can enhance our emotional intelligence, a crucial skill for navigating relationships and social interactions. By honing our ability to recognize and understand the emotions of others, we become more adept at responding to their needs and fostering deeper connections. This emotional intelligence can lead to improved communication, conflict resolution, and collaboration in both personal and professional settings. As we cultivate empathy, we not only enhance our relationships, but also create a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Consider the example of a parent who takes the time to understand their child's feelings and struggles. By actively listening and validating their emotions, the parent fosters a safe space for open communication. This understanding not only strengthens the parent-child bond, but also teaches the child valuable lessons about empathy and compassion. As the child grows, they are more likely to carry these lessons into their own relationships, creating a positive cycle of understanding and support. Additionally, empathy can serve as a catalyst for social change. When we empathize with the struggles of marginalized or oppressed groups, we are more likely to advocate for their rights and well-being. This collective understanding can lead to meaningful action, whether through volunteering, activism, or simply raising awareness about important issues. By standing in solidarity with others, we contribute to a more just and equitable society, fostering a sense of belonging and connection among diverse communities. In our fast-paced, often self-centered world, it can be easy to overlook the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with others. However, by making a conscious effort to cultivate these qualities, we can transform our relationships and create a more compassionate environment. Encouraging viewers to consider the perspectives and struggles of others before passing judgment is a powerful call to action. It invites us to embrace our shared humanity and recognize that we are all navigating the complexities of life together. As we reflect on the benefits of empathy, forgiveness, and compassion, it becomes clear that these qualities are not just niceties, they are essential for our emotional well-being and personal growth. By fostering understanding in our relationships, we can create a supportive network that nurtures our happiness and fulfillment. The journey toward empathy begins with small steps, actively listening, seeking to understand, and responding with kindness. As we practice these skills, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to a more compassionate and connected world. In conclusion, the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with others cannot be overstated. By considering the perspectives and struggles of those around us, we can foster healthier relationships built on forgiveness and compassion. Understanding others not only enriches our lives, but also promotes personal growth and happiness. As we embrace empathy, we create a ripple effect that can transform our communities and contribute to a more harmonious society. Let us commit to cultivating empathy in our daily lives, recognizing that it is through understanding and connection that we can truly thrive. The impact of our thoughts on our reality and emotional state is profound and far-reaching. Our thoughts shape our perceptions, influence our behaviors, and ultimately determine how we experience life. When we cultivate a mindset rooted in positivity, we open the door to a more fulfilling and enriched existence. Positive thinking is not merely about wearing rose-colored glasses. It is about adopting a constructive perspective that empowers us to navigate challenges with resilience and optimism. By consciously choosing to focus on the positive aspects of our lives, we can enhance our emotional well-being and create a reality that reflects our aspirations and values. Research has shown that positive thinking can lead to numerous benefits, including improved mental health, increased resilience, and greater overall life satisfaction. When we approach life with a positive mindset, we are more likely to engage in proactive behaviors that contribute to our well-being. For instance, individuals who maintain an optimistic outlook are often more motivated to pursue their goals, build meaningful relationships, and take care of their physical health. This positive feedback loop reinforces the idea that our thoughts can shape our reality. As we think positively, we are more likely to take actions that align with those thoughts, creating a fulfilling life. To cultivate positive thoughts, it is essential to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. Mindfulness encourages us to be present in the moment, allowing us to observe our thoughts without judgment. By becoming aware of our thought patterns, we can identify negative or unhelpful thoughts that may be holding us back. This awareness is the first step toward transformation. When we practice mindfulness, we create space to acknowledge our feelings and thoughts, enabling us to respond to them with intention rather than reactivity. This practice can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and observe our thoughts as they arise. By doing so, we can cultivate a greater sense of clarity and understanding regarding our emotional state. Self-reflection is another powerful tool for fostering positive thinking. Taking time to reflect on our experiences, values, and aspirations allows us to gain insight into what truly matters to us. This process can help us identify negative thought patterns that may be rooted in fear, self-doubt, or past experiences. By examining these thoughts, we can challenge their validity and replace them with more constructive beliefs. For example, if we find ourselves thinking, "I'll never be good enough," we can reframe that thought to, "I am capable of growth and improvement." This shift in perspective empowers us to embrace our potential and take steps toward our goals. Transforming negative thoughts into constructive ones is a skill that can be developed over time. One effective technique is cognitive restructuring, which involves identifying negative thoughts and challenging their accuracy. When we catch ourselves engaging in negative self-talk, we can ask ourselves a series of questions. Is this thought based on facts? What evidence do I have to support or refute this belief? How would I respond to a friend who expressed this thought? By critically examining our thoughts, we can gain a more balanced perspective and replace negativity with constructive affirmations. Another technique for transforming negative thoughts is the practice of gratitude. Focusing on what we are grateful for can shift our attention away from negative thoughts and foster a more positive mindset. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we write down 3 things we are thankful for each day, can help us cultivate an attitude of appreciation. This practice not only enhances our emotional state, but also reinforces the idea that there is always something positive to focus on, even in challenging times. Visualization is another powerful tool for transforming our thoughts. By imagining ourselves achieving our goals or experiencing positive outcomes, we can create a mental blueprint that guides our actions. Visualization can help us build confidence and motivation, making it easier to overcome obstacles. For instance, if we are preparing for a presentation, visualizing ourselves speaking confidently and engaging the audience can help alleviate anxiety and enhance our performance. This technique reinforces the connection between our thoughts and our reality, demonstrating how positive thinking can lead to tangible results. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with positive influences can significantly impact our thought patterns. The people we interact with, the media we consume, and the environments we inhabit all contribute to our mindset. By seeking out supportive and uplifting relationships, we can create a network that encourages positive thinking. Engaging with inspiring content, whether through books, podcasts, or motivational talks, can also reinforce our commitment to cultivating a positive mindset. When we immerse ourselves in positivity, we are more likely to internalize those messages and reflect them in our own thoughts and actions. It is important to recognize that cultivating positive thoughts is not about denying or suppressing negative emotions. Life is inherently filled with ups and downs, and it is natural to experience a range of emotions. Instead of trying to eliminate negative thoughts entirely, we can learn to acknowledge them without letting them define our reality. By practicing self-compassion, we can approach our negative thoughts with kindness and understanding, recognizing that they are a part of the human experience. This compassionate approach allows us to process our emotions while still striving for a more positive outlook. In conclusion, examining the impact of our thoughts on our reality and emotional state reveals the profound influence they have on our lives. Positive thinking can lead to a more fulfilling existence, enhancing our mental health and overall well-being. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, we can cultivate positive thoughts that empower us to navigate life's challenges with resilience. Techniques such as cognitive restructuring, gratitude, visualization, and surrounding ourselves with positive influences can help us transform negative thoughts into constructive ones. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth, let us remember that our thoughts are powerful tools that can shape our reality and emotional state. By consciously choosing to cultivate positivity, we can create a life that reflects our aspirations and brings us joy. Exploring the idea of living in accordance with nature reveals profound benefits for personal well-being. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, it is easy to become disconnected from the natural rhythms and cycles that govern our lives. However, aligning our lives with these natural patterns can lead to enhanced mental health, emotional balance, and overall fulfillment. By recognizing the importance of living in harmony with nature, we can cultivate a deeper sense of peace and well-being. One of the key aspects of living in accordance with nature is understanding and respecting the natural rhythms that influence our daily lives. These rhythms include the cycles of day and night, the changing seasons, and even the lunar phases. Each of these cycles has a unique impact on our physical and emotional states. For instance, many people experience heightened energy and productivity during the daylight hours, while the evening often invites relaxation and reflection. By aligning our activities with these natural rhythms, we can optimize our energy levels and enhance our overall well-being. Similarly, the changing seasons offer valuable lessons in adaptability and renewal. Each season brings its own unique qualities and opportunities for growth. Spring, for example, is a time of rebirth and new beginnings, while summer encourages us to embrace warmth and vitality. Autumn invites reflection and gratitude, and winter offers a chance for rest and introspection. By attuning ourselves to these seasonal changes, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the cycles of life and learn to embrace the ebb and flow of our own experiences. This alignment with nature fosters resilience and helps us navigate the challenges of life with greater ease. Moreover, appreciating the beauty of the natural world can have a profound impact on our happiness and emotional well-being. Nature has an innate ability to inspire awe and wonder, which can elevate our mood and enhance our sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. Studies have shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression while promoting feelings of joy and contentment. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting in a garden, immersing ourselves in the natural world can rejuvenate our spirits and provide a much-needed respite from the demands of daily life. To incorporate nature into our daily lives for improved mental health, there are several practical tips we can follow. First and foremost, making a conscious effort to spend time outdoors is essential. This can be as simple as taking a walk during lunch breaks, enjoying a morning coffee on the balcony, or planning weekend excursions to natural settings. Even short bursts of time spent in nature can have a positive impact on our mood and well-being. Research suggests that just 20 minutes in a natural environment can significantly reduce stress levels and enhance feelings of relaxation. Creating a nature-friendly environment at home is another effective way to bring the outdoors inside. Incorporating plants into our living spaces not only purifies the air, but also creates a calming atmosphere. Studies have shown that indoor plants can improve concentration, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being. Additionally, decorating our spaces with natural elements, such as stones, wood, or images of landscapes, can evoke a sense of tranquility and connection to nature. Mindfulness practices can also be enriched by incorporating nature. Engaging in mindful walking, where we focus on the sensations of our feet touching the ground and the sounds of nature around us, can deepen our connection to the present moment. Similarly, practicing mindfulness meditation outdoors allows us to absorb the sights, sounds, and smells of the natural world, enhancing our sense of peace and grounding. Another practical tip is to engage in outdoor activities that promote physical well-being while connecting us to nature. Activities such as hiking, biking, gardening, or even yoga in the park can provide both physical exercise and mental rejuvenation. These activities not only improve our physical health, but also foster a sense of community and connection with others who share similar interests. Participating in group hikes or community gardening projects can enhance our social connections, further contributing to our overall happiness. Seasonal rituals can also help us align with nature's cycles and appreciate the beauty of the changing seasons. Celebrating seasonal changes through activities such as planting in spring, enjoying summer picnics, harvesting in autumn, or cozying up by the fire in winter can create a sense of rhythm and connection to the natural world. These rituals can serve as reminders to pause, reflect, and express gratitude for the gifts each season brings. Additionally, disconnecting from technology and immersing ourselves in nature can be incredibly beneficial for our mental health. Setting aside designated times to unplug from screens and engage with the natural world allows us to recharge and reconnect with ourselves. This digital detox can help reduce feelings of overwhelm and anxiety, providing a much-needed break from the constant stimulation of modern life. Finally, fostering a sense of gratitude for nature can enhance our overall well-being. Taking time each day to reflect on the beauty of the natural world, whether it's the vibrant colors of a sunset, the sound of birds singing, or the feel of grass beneath our feet, can cultivate a deeper appreciation for life. Keeping a gratitude journal focused on nature can help us recognize and celebrate these moments, reinforcing our connection to the world around us. In conclusion, exploring the idea of living in accordance with nature reveals its numerous benefits for personal well-being. By aligning our lives with natural rhythms and cycles, we can enhance our emotional balance and cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment. Appreciating the beauty of the natural world not only elevates our mood, but also fosters a sense of connection and belonging. By incorporating practical tips such as spending time outdoors, creating nature-friendly environments, engaging in outdoor activities, and practicing mindfulness, we can improve our mental health and overall happiness. As we embrace the wisdom of nature, we can find greater peace, joy, and harmony in our lives, ultimately leading to a more enriched and fulfilling existence. Self-discipline plays a pivotal role in achieving personal goals and fostering happiness. It is the ability to control one's impulses, emotions, and behaviors in order to reach desired outcomes. In a world filled with distractions and temptations, self-discipline serves as a guiding force that empowers individuals to take charge of their lives and make choices that align with their values and aspirations. By cultivating self-discipline, we can gain greater control over our lives, leading to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. One of the primary benefits of self-discipline is that it allows us to make intentional choices rather than reacting impulsively to external circumstances. When we exercise self-discipline, we become more aware of our thoughts and behaviors, enabling us to respond thoughtfully rather than simply reacting to immediate desires or pressures. This heightened awareness fosters a sense of agency, allowing us to steer our lives in the direction we wish to go. For instance, someone who practices self-discipline may choose to prioritize their health by sticking to a regular exercise routine and making nutritious food choices, rather than succumbing to the temptation of unhealthy snacks or a sedentary lifestyle. This conscious decision-making not only enhances physical well-being, but also contributes to a greater sense of control and satisfaction in life. Moreover, self-discipline is essential for setting and achieving personal goals. Goals provide us with a sense of direction and purpose, but without self-discipline, it can be challenging to stay committed to them. When we set achievable goals and work consistently towards them, we create a roadmap for success. Self-discipline acts as the fuel that propels us forward, helping us overcome obstacles and maintain focus even when faced with challenges. For example, a student who aspires to excel academically must exercise self-discipline by dedicating time to study, completing assignments on time, and resisting the urge to procrastinate. By consistently working towards their academic goals, the student not only achieves better grades, but also experiences a sense of accomplishment and confidence that contributes to overall happiness. To encourage viewers to harness the power of self-discipline, it is important to emphasize the significance of setting achievable goals. Goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. By breaking down larger aspirations into smaller, manageable steps, we can create a clear path toward success. For instance, if someone aims to run a marathon, they can start by setting a goal to run a certain distance each week, gradually increasing their mileage over time. This incremental approach allows for steady progress and builds confidence along the way. Celebrating small victories as we achieve these milestones reinforces our commitment to self-discipline and motivates us to continue striving for our larger goals. In addition to setting achievable goals, developing self-discipline requires consistent effort and practice. Here are several strategies that can help individuals cultivate self-discipline in various aspects of their lives. 1. Establish a routine. Creating a daily routine can provide structure and consistency, making it easier to stay disciplined. By setting specific times for activities such as exercise, work, and relaxation, we can develop habits that align with our goals. Routines help eliminate decision fatigue, allowing us to focus our energy on what truly matters. 2. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our impulses and triggers, enabling us to respond with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can enhance our self-awareness and strengthen our self-discipline. 3. Limit distractions. In today's digital age, distractions are abundant. Identifying and minimizing distractions can significantly enhance our ability to stay focused and disciplined. This may involve setting boundaries around technology use, creating a designated workspace, or using productivity tools to manage time effectively. By reducing distractions, we create an environment conducive to achieving our goals. 4. Accountability. Sharing our goals with others can create a sense of accountability that reinforces self-discipline. Whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor, having someone to support and encourage us can motivate us to stay on track. Regular check-ins or progress updates can help us remain committed to our goals and provide an opportunity for constructive feedback. 5. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. When we encounter setbacks or failures, it's essential to view them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Reflecting on what went wrong and adjusting our approach can strengthen our resilience and commitment to our goals. 6. Reward yourself. Celebrating achievements, no matter how small, can reinforce positive behaviors and motivate us to continue exercising self-discipline. Setting up a reward system for reaching milestones can create a sense of excitement and anticipation, making the journey toward our goals more enjoyable. 7. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful technique that can enhance self-discipline. By imagining ourselves achieving our goals and experiencing the associated emotions, we can strengthen our motivation and commitment. Visualization helps create a mental blueprint for success, making it easier to stay disciplined in our actions. 8. Stay flexible. While self-discipline is essential, it's also important to remain flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change. Being open to adjusting our goals or strategies allows us to navigate challenges without losing sight of our overall vision. Flexibility fosters resilience and helps us maintain a positive mindset. In conclusion, self-discipline is a crucial factor in achieving personal goals and cultivating happiness. By gaining greater control over our lives and choices, we empower ourselves to make intentional decisions that align with our values and aspirations. Setting achievable goals and working consistently toward them creates a roadmap for success, while self-discipline acts as the driving force behind our efforts. By implementing strategies such as establishing routines, practicing mindfulness, limiting distractions, and embracing accountability, we can develop the self-discipline necessary to navigate life's challenges and achieve our desired outcomes. As we cultivate self-discipline, we not only enhance our ability to reach our goals, but also foster a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness in our lives. Ultimately, the journey towards self-discipline is a transformative process that leads to personal growth, resilience, and a more meaningful existence. Change is an inevitable part of life, a constant that we all must face at various points along our journeys. Whether it's a shift in our personal circumstances, a change in our careers, or even a transformation in our relationships, change can often evoke feelings of uncertainty and fear. However, it is crucial to recognize that change also presents a unique opportunity for personal growth and development. By reframing our perspective and viewing change as a chance to evolve rather than a threat to our stability, we can navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. One of the first steps in embracing change is to cultivate a mindset that sees it as an opportunity. When we encounter change, it can be easy to focus on what we might lose or the discomfort that accompanies the unknown. However, by shifting our focus to the potential benefits of change, we can open ourselves up to new possibilities. For instance, consider a situation where someone is faced with a job loss. Initially, this may seem like a devastating setback, but it can also serve as a catalyst for exploring new career paths, pursuing passions that were previously sidelined, or even starting a business. Viewing this change as an opportunity for reinvention can lead to exciting new ventures and personal fulfillment. Encouraging viewers to adopt this perspective involves recognizing that change often brings with it the chance to learn and grow. Each transition we experience can teach us valuable lessons about ourselves, our strengths, and our capabilities. For example, when we face challenges, we often discover resilience and resourcefulness we didn't know we possessed. Embracing change allows us to step outside our comfort zones, fostering personal development and expanding our horizons. By reframing our thoughts around change, we can transform fear into curiosity and anticipation. Adaptability is another essential quality that plays a significant role in navigating life's challenges. The ability to adapt to new circumstances is crucial for thriving in an ever-changing world. Life is unpredictable, and those who can adjust their plans and expectations are often better equipped to handle adversity. Adaptability involves being open to new ideas, flexible in our approaches, and willing to embrace uncertainty. This mindset not only helps us cope with change, but also empowers us to seize opportunities that arise from it. For instance, consider the story of a friend who faced a significant life change when she moved to a new city for a job opportunity. Initially, she felt overwhelmed by the prospect of leaving her familiar surroundings and starting anew. However, she chose to embrace the change by actively seeking out new experiences and connections. She joined local clubs, attended networking events, and explored her new environment. As a result, she not only built a supportive community, but also discovered new interests and passions that enriched her life. Her adaptability allowed her to turn what could have been a daunting transition into a transformative experience. Personal anecdotes can serve as powerful reminders of how embracing change can lead to positive outcomes. Reflecting on my own journey, I recall a time when I faced a significant career shift. After several years in a stable job, I felt unfulfilled and yearned for something more meaningful. The thought of leaving the security of my position was daunting, but I recognized that staying in my comfort zone would only lead to stagnation. Embracing the change, I took the leap and pursued a new career path that aligned with my passions. While the transition was challenging, it ultimately led to greater fulfillment and a sense of purpose in my work. This experience taught me that embracing change can lead to unexpected and rewarding outcomes. Another example comes from a family member who experienced a major life change when their child went off to college. Initially, they struggled with feelings of emptiness and loss as their daily routine shifted dramatically. However, instead of dwelling on what they had lost, they chose to embrace this change as an opportunity for personal growth. They began exploring new hobbies, reconnecting with old friends, and even taking classes to learn new skills. This shift in perspective allowed them to rediscover their passions and create a fulfilling life beyond their role as a parent. By embracing change, they not only found joy in their new circumstances, but also strengthened their sense of identity. To further encourage viewers to embrace change, it's essential to share practical strategies for navigating transitions. Here are a few techniques that can help individuals cultivate adaptability and resilience in the face of change. 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop a greater awareness of our reactions to change and learn to respond with intention rather than fear. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can help us process our emotions and gain clarity during times of transition. 2. Set realistic goals. When faced with change, it can be helpful to set achievable goals that align with our new circumstances. Breaking down larger aspirations into smaller, manageable steps can create a sense of direction and purpose. This approach allows us to focus on progress rather than feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of the change. 3. Seek support. Connecting with others who have experienced similar changes can provide valuable insights and encouragement. Whether it's friends, family, or support groups, sharing our experiences and learning from others can help us navigate transitions more effectively. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive network fosters resilience and reminds us that we are not alone in our journey. 4. Embrace a growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset involves viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and development. Instead of fearing failure, we can embrace it as a natural part of the growth process. This mindset shift encourages us to take risks and explore new possibilities, ultimately leading to personal growth. 5. Reflect on past changes. Taking time to reflect on previous changes we've navigated can provide valuable perspective. By recalling how we adapted and grew during past transitions, we can build confidence in our ability to handle future changes. This reflection reinforces the idea that change can lead to positive outcomes and personal development. In conclusion, the inevitability of change is a fundamental aspect of life that can be embraced for personal growth. By viewing change as an opportunity rather than a threat, we can cultivate a mindset that fosters resilience and adaptability. The importance of adaptability in navigating life's challenges cannot be overstated, as it empowers us to embrace new experiences and learn from them. Through personal anecdotes and practical strategies, we can inspire ourselves and others to embrace change, recognizing that it often leads to unexpected and positive outcomes. As we navigate the ever-changing landscape of life, let us remember that embracing change is not only a pathway to personal growth, but also an invitation to discover the richness and beauty that life has to offer. As we wrap up this insightful discussion, let's take a moment to recap the key points we've explored regarding happiness, emotional control, and self-awareness. Throughout the video, we've emphasized that happiness is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a state of being that can be cultivated through intentional practices and a positive mindset. We've discussed how our thoughts and perceptions significantly influence our emotional well-being, highlighting the importance of nurturing a positive outlook to enhance our overall quality of life. We also delved into the concept of emotional control, emphasizing its critical role in achieving personal goals and maintaining a sense of peace. By practicing self-discipline and mindfulness, we can better manage our emotional responses to external events, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience. This emotional regulation not only fosters healthier relationships, but also contributes to our overall happiness. Self-awareness emerged as a vital theme in our discussion. Understanding our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors is essential for personal growth and emotional well-being. By cultivating self-awareness, we can identify negative thought patterns, embrace our strengths, and make intentional choices that align with our values and aspirations. This journey of self-discovery empowers us to take charge of our lives and create a fulfilling existence. Now that we've recapped these essential ideas, I encourage you to take actionable steps toward improving your mental well-being. Start by reflecting on your own definitions of happiness and consider how you can cultivate a more positive mindset. Practice mindfulness techniques to enhance your emotional control and take time to engage in self-reflection to deepen your self-awareness. Remember, small, consistent actions can lead to significant changes over time. As you embark on this journey toward greater happiness and emotional well-being, I invite you to engage with our community. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like and share it with friends and family who may benefit from these insights. Your support helps us reach a wider audience and spread the message of personal growth and mental well-being. Additionally, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content focused on happiness, emotional intelligence, and self-improvement. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on our latest videos, which delve deeper into these topics and provide practical tips for enhancing your life. We're committed to creating a supportive space where we can all learn and grow together. Lastly, I encourage you to explore related content on our channel. We have a variety of videos that cover topics such as mindfulness practices, the power of gratitude, and strategies for building resilience. Each of these resources is designed to empower you on your journey toward a more fulfilling and joyful life. In conclusion, remember that the pursuit of happiness, emotional control, and self-awareness is a lifelong journey. By taking actionable steps and engaging with our community, you can create a positive impact on your mental well-being and inspire others to do the same. Thank you for joining us in this discussion, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.